How is Rahu in the fourth house? One has to understand that Rahu in fourth house is a position that occurs in many horoscopes. So before I get on to the details of Rahu in the fourth house, let it be very clear that these are general observations, because there are many things that are related or that impact before we conclude with what exactly happens when Rahu is in the fourth house. But certain general observations are there which are common, which are generic, and which I am going to share with all of you. Understand that Rahu is the nature of clinging. The more powerful Rahu is in your horoscope, the more you have the nature of clinging, the more you are attached. And Buddha says the root of suffering is attachment. When Rahu is in the fourth house, the nature of clinging is too much. Such a person is a mommy's boy or a mommy's girl. It is okay to be a mommy's boy or a mommy's girl, but when the Rahu is placed in the fourth, the person is too much obsessed with his or her mother. A man with a fourth house Rahu is a great challenge for the wife. A woman with a fourth house Rahu is a headache for the husband. Why? Because such a man or woman with fourth house Rahu are so much obsessed with their mother that they simply cannot tolerate anything said against their mother. And then the friction, the fight between the husband and wife is natural. And the most interesting part is this, that the mother remains unmoved. She likes the fact that her son is not paying any attention to his wife but to her. It is a strange phenomenon that the mother is also like the child, meaning she is also obsessive of her son or daughter, very obsessive. And so then the wife or the husband simply suffer at the hands of such a person who has a Rahu in the fourth house. Rahu in the fourth house brings lustful tendencies. Such men are in the tight grip of lust, and so it becomes very easy for an attractive woman to trap them and exploit them, and then begins their story of many miseries and agonies. It is a placement that can lead the person to a second marriage or to an extramarital affair, and the end of the story is very clear. It ends always in miseries. The other woman brings lots of miseries to such a man's life. Fourth house is the house of happiness, material happiness. Interestingly, Rahu in fourth house, men and women are so much fired up to seek happiness in their life. They want more and more happiness, but in reality, they never are found to be happy, because the want more tendency instilled in them never brings any satisfaction, never lets them feel satisfied. They always remain unsatisfied. Fourth house Rahu is also an indication that there may be a situation where the house is haunted, or whether there are certain supernatural beings in that house where this native stays. Fourth house Rahu also brings too many distractions in life. The person is so much haunted with illusions and fantasies that meeting with the reality of the life never happens. fourth house Rahu is equivalent to Rahu Moon conjunction. Understand the fact that Rahu in fourth house is similar to Rahu in Cancer, because Cancer is the fourth sign, and in the Kala Purush Kundali, the fourth house falls the Cancer sign. So fourth house Rahu is equivalent to Rahu in Cancer, is equivalent to Rahu Moon conjunction. And guess what? If Rahu Moon is placed in the fourth house, then you have got a total Rahuish man or woman who does well in the field of media, in the field of newspaper, in the field of film line, the modeling, the politics. Because this Rahu makes you extrovert. When the whole attention is on the outside, it becomes an asset for those individuals who want to make a career in these lines, such as media, newspaper, or any line or any field that is related to the nature of being extrovert. Rahu is a good politician. You all remember how Rahu took appearance of the Devatas and drank the immortal nectar. The quality to appear what in reality he or she is not is good when the Rahu is in the fourth house. I have seen many men who have become victims at the hands of women who initially appeared to be very good, very sweet, but as the relationship moved forward, slowly, they started feeling the heat. They started realizing the real face of that woman, but then it was too late. They were already trapped in her tight clutches. So Rahu in fourth house gives a perfect mask, and you are never able to understand, you are never able to gauge what the person truly is.